And the dogs fucking out and about. A bit treacherous down there, I've got to be careful. Gorgeous day, beautiful clear fucking unchemtrailed, well appearingly unchemtrailed sky. There's the fucking gas factory. Railway line. Got a lot of sleepers there now. Someone will take them, they'll be gone. Get them to them, you can see them. Get them go, how can they go on the ice like that? I can barely walk. They just skip across it. Look, it's all ice, the whole way up. Look, they just skip through it. The fucking paws are perfectly formed for it. Fucking just amazing watching them, man. I just love how an animal we can interact with so much. I think it's brilliant, the relationship between humans and dogs and cats. And like, you can get a rabbit, right? Well, that rabbit's lose a fucking scared wild rabbit. Or eating or whatever, I don't know. Or a mouse or a guinea pig or a snake, I don't get it. Well, I get it because you can watch them and all that, but you haven't got that bond that I don't think you have with a dog or a cat. And dog people and cat people. See these bricks here? Right? When I get back home, if I fucking ever get round to it, I know I'm shocking, right? But see these bricks? That's his Cerntain. These are the bricks that are on the base of the Statue of Liberty. Not these bricks, but from the same place. This type of bricks. It's from this railway bridge here. What's this fucking shitty gas factory there nowadays? But yeah, they're Cerntain Brick Company, and they're famous. They fire bricks. They use them for chimneys and hot stuff, and they don't fucking crack like normal bricks. If they get too hot, they can crack and explode or whatever. These don't. Use them on boilers, underneath boilers, what gets a very high temperature. When boilers used to run the factories, coal and oil fired boilers, and they'd be stood on plinths made out of these. And Statue of Liberty, so I've read, he's got them on his base. I'll show him young Ricky when I get back home. Blah blah blah. If I can ever be asked doing some production work. If we had a computer, it'd be alright. It'd be a pleasure to do. But doing it on the Kindle with a cracked screen is a fucking nightmare. It's just annoying sometimes. That's why I'm doing this now, why I'm out just talking about shit instead of like going through it with you and stuff. Hey, what am I about? What I think I'm getting to, right? Memory uploads. I think, right, that they've fucking done it. I think they're doing it. Obviously, just for the elite, I think they're uploading the memory and they're living on forever in a digital format. That fucking noisy factory. Probably the most important bit of what I've got to the fucking bullshit I'm going to say, but I don't think this is bullshit though. I seriously think they're uploading mines, their mines, and they're uploading them. See Pappy Bush, whatever they call him, that sinister satanistic fucking fuck pig, him, right? Sorry for my language, anyone who's of a delicate nature, but that's just where he is with bastards like them. I think they've uploaded his mind and stuffed him with his consent, because apparently, so they say, you have to be alive and you have to do it while you're alive, and then it kills you to do it. But what were they, fucking 187? Like, we're 90 odd or something, weren't they? You probably said to him, look, blah 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 blah, you're 90 odd, you can't do fuck all anymore. We'll memory upload you, mind upload you, and build your new body out of raw genetics, and fucking you can replace it every 2 years or whatever, like you do your car, trade your body in for a new one. And that's why they've let the world grow and develop. They've controlled the development, they've held tech back. We've still got combustion engines, we've had them for over 100 years. There's far superior technology out there what we could all be using, and they're only just now doing it. And they're only doing it now with electric cars, because they want the capacity of controlling that electric cars. Notice how they're not pushing just electric cars properly, it's driverless cars. They've had that electric technology all the fucking time, but until they could control, now they'll give it us. when they can switch that switch off. Anytime they want to curfew you, stop you going anywhere you want to be going, they just turn all your motors off. You know what I mean? They'll take you to work and back, and to spend money, and that'll be it. So I think they fucking, yeah, so they've had to let technology rise, right? Because they need certain elements. Because all they are is fucking alchemists, as Lee from Flat Earth British Sub, Febs, he's always saying about the alchemists and that. Well, the fucking petrochemical industry and technology and all that, that's just modern day alchemy, is it not? It's exactly what it is. And so they need these materials. I'm not fucking very educated, I don't know all the terms, but for superconductivity and stuff like that, I know they need certain elements. There's certain fucking shit that the Earth's got, what they need. And so they'll invest in a country, right? Say the country's run down, blah, blah, blah. They'll go in there and invest and say, oh, we're coming in because we'll do this, we'll do that, we'll do that, they'll do exactly what they need to be able to go in there and get that stuff out. Some countries, they'll take it to a point where they end up having a war with them, don't they? What's it for? It's because they want some of that. And like we're saying in that, they're building a massive new one. They've got one already. It's the biggest machine in the world apparently, and they're building one 4 times the size, 10 times the power, underneath where this one stands at the moment. It's built on top of a temple called Apollonius or something. Some old fucking god. The thing's got a statue of Vishnu, is it, outside? You know, the Indian god, and it's like a big sun circle. It's all Luciferian, obviously. Yeah, but so they're building this new super CERN, right? It's going to be ready by 2050. 20 billion quid, $26 million. Billion, sorry, not million, fucking hell. And 110 countries all doing it, eh? 110 countries, they're not falling out over this. Money no object. Eh? 20 billion, just like that. When they can't even fucking get a few $100 together when there's hurricanes and shit to sort people out properly and do proper humanitarian work. And yet the Catholic Church puts billions into this. But the only charity work it actually does is the people it's got in its fucking, under its system, the goodwill of the people in the organisation. You know, the bottom, the people who don't understand what's actually happening. Look, they never had the internet, did they, years ago? You can't blame so many people for being fooled. We've all been fucking fooled. It's only because we're free, independent thinking people, some of us, for whatever reason, because we haven't let the TV or fucking radio actually kill every fucking thinking cell we've got. But I think your mind uploading and Pappy Bush's funeral, that was no funeral, it was a fucking ceremony. And there was all notes passed and all that, weren't there? There's all people like, you know what the notes said and all that. But I think it was a message from beyond the grave, you know what I'm saying? Because they fucking mind uploaded him. And maybe a couple of others are the top ones who died recently. Not a Rothschild died recently. I really think that's what's happening. I've read it's impossible, but they said that about putting man on fucking in the air, didn't they? They said flying would be impossible at one stage, and we can see it. It's not, oh, what were I saying about clear sky? Don't know if this will come out. I've kept the resolution on my screen's fucking shite, but it's like sweeping. I don't know if it is natural. I don't know anymore, but it looks a bit weird. See, what would be considered like a weird anomaly in the sky now makes me fucking suspicious. Oh, that looks like fire in this. Oh, that's weird. Oof. Eyelashes. Fuck. Yeah, so your mind uploading. Yeah, that's what I was saying, right? They need certain elements out of the ground so they can do things like CERN, etc, etc. You know what I'm saying? So that's why. So in order to have enough people and engineers and people qualified technicians, the rest of it, the infrastructure and the societal needs of that infrastructure, it's all controlled just to the point what allows them to be able to extract what they need as they need it, when they need it. It's all carefully laid out, plans, and the life that's laid out for the rest of us is controlled and has been controlled. But the internet's out, blah blah blah, the words got out a bit, like they don't care anymore, they knew it would. And so I think they've definitely moved on to the next stage. They're making that Cerntain bigger by the better machine. So that first one was just a test run, weren't it then? And you know what, so there's a couple of year breaks when they shut it down and then it's off for 2 years and then it just started back up again. Right, I don't know, I need to check it out. This is just fucking, I've not checked any figures on this yet, it's just from like bits I've heard as I've been watching stuff. But like just when they're mentioning the weather and the year dates, and I've just thought back, when Cern switched off, yeah, there's not as many hurricanes and that. I don't know if that's right, it's going to be worth checking. When it's one downtime, the weather anomalies aren't as bad. When that thing's running, the weather's more extreme. But I don't know the validity of that yet, but I think there might be something in it. They're worth correlating it. So, I think they've moved on to phase 2. I left Lee a comment and I said they've moved on to the next stage of evolution. I didn't mean evolution as such. They think, I said as well first, so that should have covered it, but I should have put the next stage of civilization. They're breaking away. It's happening. They've got AI to think for them. They've got robots to build it for them. And they've got the fucking ability, probably, maybe, who knows, well, to upload the minds in some form anyway, to capture the essence of it, and as technology goes on and goes on, they'll be able to fully flesh it out, literally, you know what I mean? They'll be able to enhance the technology, but they've got like the key of it, they've got them in like a light bee or whatever, you know? They've got the fucking soul and a wee light bee. And they're just waiting for the fucking software to be built to run it, the hardware to be built to run it. They've got the software down, is what I'm saying. I think so anyway, yeah? So they've moved on to the next phase of civilization. What I can make out is like the Jesuits and stuff, they believe that man has to do it himself. I think they think they're godlike. And they've passed knowledge down through the resets, and some of them have got through the resets, obviously. Maybe they even created the resets. They're always, it's weird. I showed how they're in China, 1500s, yeah? And then the guy comes back and he's a specialist on seismology and earthquake predictions and all that. He's the authority on it. The Jesuits. Seismology is the Jesuit science, right? And it's because of this guy who was in China back in 1600s, and he built these machines what are described as large brass with dragons on them, yeah? Unreal. And then I thought, hang on a minute, I remember a vlog I've done ages ago, so I checked it out, and there's this Chinese guy, polymath, 2,000 years before this, and he invented and made a seismograph for the emperor, yeah? And it was large, made out of brass, and had dragons on it. And it were accurate as fuck. They still can't work it out now how we done it, right? It were accurate as fuck. And then in 1600s, right, this Jesuit priest like gets well in with the emperor, China, and has allowed access all areas and the observatories and stuff. So obviously he knows about this machine. He's seen it. He's back engineered, whatever. Comes back to wherever, back to like our world, the West, with his new writings, what he's found, and makes out he's a fucking savant when he's just fucking ripped all the knowledge off. He's over there collating all the knowledge. No one else, not many people are collating it and collecting it. He's over there collecting all the data he fucking can, and then coming back taking the credit for it in our world. Even to this day, the Jesuit science. Well, obviously, They fucking taught him more than he ever taught them about seismology, because they had a machine that could detect it 2,000 years before him. Do you get what I'm saying? And that list is huge, and you can find so many instances. For instance, that guy's name begins with B. I can't remember it exactly, right? So I'm not even going to pronounce what I think it is. But his name begins with B. So it's a long list. You know what I'm saying? That's how far down I got, and these characters are popping out at me. List of Catholic scientists. It's crazy. The combustion engine, the dynamo, the electric motor. Fucking all them apparently. They go out in the world as missionaries, come back, and they know all about these subjects all of a sudden, take credit for it, dink dink dink. They're the first ones to collate it and document it in the West. They've controlled the information from day fucking one. From day one. Just love them so much. Come on, alright then, we won't go on, we have to carry on out. Yeah, so